Pakistan was solved. Agni 5 already holds every Pakistani city at risk. Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, all of them, from a single launch pad inside India. Agni 6 was never built for a country India can already destroy. It was built for the one country India couldn't yet reach. And that country has held nuclear dominance over India for 44 years. Year 1981. China puts the Dongfang 5 into service. Range, 12,000 kilometers. Warhead yield, 5 megatons. Beijing can now threaten every major Indian city from Chinese soil. India's answer that year, nothing. No missile with matching range. No way to threaten China back at the same distance. 44 years of catching up starts now. Year 1989. India tests the first Agni missile. Range, 250 kilometers. That does not even clear the Himalayas cleanly. Year 1999. Agni 2 reaches 2,000 kilometers. Year 2006. Agni 3 reaches 3,000 kilometers. Shanghai sits at 3,300, still out of reach. Year 2012. Agni 5 hits 5,000 kilometers. Beijing becomes reachable, but only from India's furthest eastern points. The DF-4, 1 Silo Fields in Qinghai Province, still safe. Yulin Naval Base on Hainan, where China keeps its nuclear submarines, still safe. Chengdu, headquarters of the entire Himalayan Front Command, still safe. For 44 years, China ran the same calculation. India can hurt us at the edges. India cannot reach our depth. Our nuclear reserve survives any Indian strike. That made deterrence run one way only. China held the threat. India absorbed the exposure. Agni 5 narrowed the gap. It did not close it. Then comes Agni 6. 44 years in the making. Design locked in 2025. Testing cleared to begin. 4 stages, solid fuel throughout, no liquid propellant, no hours-long prep time, no fixed launch site that a satellite can photograph and target. Road mobile. It moves constantly, hides in tunnels, and can fire from anywhere on India's road network. Submarine launched. The Arihant class carries it beneath the surface, depth unknown, position unknown, invulnerable to any first strike China can plan. Range, 10,000 to 12,000 kilometers. That puts every Chinese military target, every silo, every naval base, every command center inside the strike range at the same time. No foreign parts, no imported technology, built entirely inside India. A missile that depends on foreign supply chains can be shut down by sanctions. Agni 6 cannot. Most people stop at the range number. Here is what the range number doesn't tell you. Agni 6 carries up to 10 warheads. Each one hits a different target. 1 launch, 10 coordinates, 10 warheads falling at the same time. But these are not ordinary warheads. They are MaRV, warheads that steer themselves during the final descent. They change direction at hypersonic speed. Terminal velocity, Mach 24, 1 kilometer every 1.7 seconds. Missile defense works by prediction. Your radar tracks the incoming missile. Your computer calculates where it will land. Your interceptor flies to that point and waits. A warhead that steers itself makes that prediction useless. It changes course after the interceptor is already in the air. The interceptor arrives at empty sky. The warhead lands anyway. Now multiply that by 10 simultaneously. China's HQ-19 cannot solve 10 separate steering warhead intercepts at the same time. No version of that system can. America's THAAD carries 48 interceptors per battery. Against a straight-line warhead, that is more than enough. Against a warhead that changes course at Mach 24, each intercept attempt has a much lower chance of success. 10 warheads arriving together breaks the math entirely. Russia's S-500 has the highest intercept ceiling of any system on Earth, 600 kilometers altitude. In theory, it can engage Agni 6 warheads before steering even begins. But Agni 6 releases decoys alongside its real warheads. At that altitude, the S-500's radar sees everything moving at the same speed on the same path. At Mach 24, that window is measured in seconds. The S-500 has never been designed for a problem this fast, this numerous, and this deceptive simultaneously. Agni 6 defeats all three, not by being faster than any single system, but by combining 10 simultaneous warheads with late-phase steering that breaks every intercept calculation at once. In 1981, China made a calculation. India cannot reach us at depth. Our nuclear reserve is safe. We hold the advantage. That calculation held for 44 years, through every Agni test, through every upgrade, through every range extension. It held because range alone was never enough. You need range. You need launch platforms that survive a first strike. And you need warheads that no defense system can reliably stop. Agni 6 delivers all three. 12,000 kilometers of range, road mobile and submarine launched. 2 platforms China cannot find or preempt. 10 steering warheads per missile. A combination that overwhelms every interceptor battery any nation can currently deploy. Pakistan was never the target. Agni 5 handles Pakistan. Agni 6 has one target, the country that has been out of reach since 1981. When this missile flies, nothing in China is safe. 44 years of one-sided dominance. It ends here, not because India got lucky, because India built this. Every component, every stage, every warhead, entirely alone. No foreign parts, no borrowed technology, no permission from anyone. That is what Agni 6 is. This is the Terminal Intelligence Bureau. Like, share, and subscribe for more.